I heard Bobo, and I also watched you played a video of Gabby Otchere-Darko.
Yes.
God.
Yes.
And also Bawumia. And Gabby has a problem with the apologies that has been issued by some members of the party. In his view, they did everything right. And so why are you apologizing? And if you have admitted that your governance was not the best, how are you able to go back to the people and go and campaign? And he has a problem with that. Why not? They've come to build generational wealth. So for him, they've achieved their aim. You know, for them, they don't have a problem. They've come to build generational wealth. Whether they're in power or not, for centuries to come, they will not see poverty. Their family, their friends, their children never see poverty. So for him,
but how do you know they build generational wealth?
Oh, why?
Is there anything you can pinpoint?
You just arrived from Afghanistan.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions. That's all.
No, but all of us are in the country. You know, is there
anything you can pinpoint?
The alleged investments in Guyana and the rest. Okay. It's not. You go to Guyana and see what is happening over there.
For a fact.
Allegedly, I don't know. These are things we have
heard.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's an allegation.
Don't do this.
I say allegedly.
Charlie.
That's what I'm saying.
But let's be careful. Because
I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm not saying anything wrong. But when people must do investments, allegedly the number of gold bars that were moved out of this country.
But you sound like you believe
in
it.
In the dying moments of our country. Why should anybody apologize to anybody? They've not done anything wrong. They have an agenda, a Japa. You know, it sounds like your name. And so once the Japa agenda was fulfilled in the past 8 years, why should anybody be apologizing? Why should anybody say sorry? Because they came into office with an idea, a plan, a focus. And as far as it's concerned, they were able to realize that. And so for him, they've achieved their aim. And so really, I can appreciate why he will pick issues with those who apologize. And more so, like I said, for the rest of their lives, they will still control the system, right? Because they've positioned themselves well. Remember the PDS thing that they were sharing like Koliko among themselves, you know, and the monies that were collected, ECG money till date, we don't even know where those monies are. And ECG is on its knees as we speak right now. They don't have any money to do anything. We all heard it. We heard the videos and everything, right? So, why? These are people who came into office. COVID came. Look at the money that we got. Almost at the 5 billion free. Money we didn't even budgeted for. It came free. Donors were giving us Bank of Ghana, IMF, everybody, corporate Ghana, begging everybody. We all contributed money. Eventually, about 2020 elections, we have their functionaries saying how they share their money among themselves. Their constituency executives, regional executives, organizers, they share their money. That we all conduct for the purpose of COVID. To even go and buy vaccines for this country, we had a then sector minister of health, Ajimamenu, who said, Gbeshi was under some Gbeshi influence, and you know, it's not his money, and so you could go and buy at any price. And that is the governance they give to us. That's the governance. So I'm surprised he's saying this. Why? When we got to that point, we were borrowing as though there's no tomorrow. Our total indebtedness at the time, 120 billion Ghana cedis. By the time we were leaving office, it was in excess of 700 billion Ghana cedis. And we kept on asking, what are you using the money for? There was nothing to point to. They were just borrowing. We kept on warning them. They were not listed. At a point, inflation in this country was 53 point something, or 53.4. Inflation. Everything was out of their hand. They didn't know what to do. The city was galloping like a mad horse. Price of fuel and everything went up. They into the haircut. Even when we warned them, we told them where they were going to run into a problem. They said no. They are the masters of the game. Bawumia held all manner of seminars in this country, lectures, told us how to govern. He has the expertise, the skills. And I've said this repeated at the point, some of us thought that, hey, so where was this gem all these many years in Ghana was suffering? He was hiding at the Bank of Ghana or was doing some work somewhere else. The Messiah, the guy who solved Ghana's problem, was not the same person that has arrested the city and handed over the keys to the IGP then. Was he not the one? No, we heard the phrase, now we have turned the corner. And now I've said, and I'll continue to say it every day, that they didn't do anything between 2017 and 2020. If there were any successes that were chalked in the economy at the time, they were as a result of the investment prudent investment, especially in the oil sector, by the John Dramani Mahama's administration. They could have just come in, folded their hands, and Ghana would have moved on. It's the interventions and the involvement that do everything astray. Certain, when we're all complaining and shouting in this country, they blame everything else and Russia and Ukraine. Everything, Russia and Ukraine. Everything, Russia and Ukraine. As though the bombs were landing at the Flagstaff House or were landing at Accra and Tema. Even Ukraine, that was suffering at the time, they were still producing and shipping things out of the country. And everything, so it's not us. And so Togo, they don't deal with Russia and Ukraine. Cote d'Ivoire, that was the benchmark when they were in opposition. Everything they'll compare to Cote d'Ivoire. They'll compare to Nigeria. As though those countries didn't deal with Russia and Ukraine. They never took responsibility for anything. It was somebody's fault. It was not them. As far as they were concerned, they were doing everything prudently well. And so I appreciate the position of Mr. Gabby Otchere-Darko. I appreciate it. Right? And when Alhaji Bawumia even first came out with his apology, really, a conditional apology, did he really believe what he was saying? Yes, I'm going for elections again. And so I must say something for Ghanaians to believe that, I've shown some remorse, I'm being nice. That's what they did. They didn't really believe in that. They should point to one thing for the 8 years that you were in office. That today we can lay claim to that this is what you did in terms of educational infrastructure, road network, go and tax projects here and there, no sort of funding, nothing. Your road, Accra to Winneba Road, put a contractor there, some shoddy work, they left it, abandoned it, no money to complete it. You started the Dodowa Road, no dedicated fund. You started the Accra and Sewam Kumasi Road, no dedicated fund. You started the Aflau Road, no dedicated fund. It's as though we are going into position. So let's just go and scratch something and create an impression to Ghanaians that we mean well. That's what you did. You woke up one morning after a dream or maybe after taking coffee or whiskey, I can't tell exactly what they took. You say, we have been at Jana 111. Scattered hospitals in the bushes all over the place. Why? Project awarding of contracts and making your profits. All the projects are scattered over the place. It is taking President Mahama to say now, what is Ghana's money that was used for some of these things? Let us try and complete all the projects that we have named the legacy project from Nkrumah's days. Any project that is there that we have spent the state's money in initiating, let us try and finish with new projects. What were you able to deliver? Can you point to one university you built for the 8 years that you were in office? At least when we last left off there, I can point to universities that we started or we completed. Students are going there. Anytime you talk, they say free SHS. Anytime you talk, it's free SHS. As though the phrase that you introduce, I would never sit on this platform and say that any intervention by government to lessen the burden, the pressure of parents, as far as educational person is concerned, it's not a good one. I would never say that. Because I know where I come from, a rural community, that there are parents truly, who cannot send their own to school but for the introduction of that intervention. But nobody should create the impression that it was another Danko Akufo-Addo that came into office for the first time that Ghana saw free education in this country. Go and check our entire history. Ghana here, have we ever paid tuition at our school before? Do we pay teacher salaries? Government. So we have always subsidized education in this country. Now you decided to make it wholesale. Look at that, it's attendance problem that it came with. Look at the problems. And go and check the constitution of this country. At the time we drafted the constitution, we had made it very clear that based on availability of resources in this country, one, we must do the first, what do they call it? The basic compulsory universal education, the FQ program.
FQ, okay.
That was commenced, I think, 1995. Was supposed to take 10 years for full implementation. So by 2005, we should have finished with the FQ program. Then, per the provision of the Constitution, then we roll on the free SHS, then we continue with the free university based on availability of resources. This is a constitutional provision. And so somebody decided to make it his political campaign, came into office, made an announcement. We all saw the things we saw in this country. Even food to feed the children was a problem. Maggot infested rice and tomatoes, we saw it. Headmasters were only on our knees. We saw the kind of food we were giving to our children.
Okay.
And so we don't want to remember those dark days of your administration. When the story of Ghana is told one day and told properly, I don't think Ghanaians want to ever remember the governance we witnessed between 2017
Okay.
and 2024. Nobody wants to remember it.
All right.
You didn't serve this country. You didn't do us any good. Okay. Worst case, you came to enrich yourself and to make yourselves good. Mother Ghana was not your headache. It was like a cow there. Let all of us just make it the way we can and we leave it to dry. We have come in 9 months, 10 months. We are trying to stabilize things and get this country going.
Okay.
So that is your own business. Last one I want to talk about is that they are going for their elections to go and elect a flag bearer in January. Wish them a very best of luck. He has given reasons why he thinks that the up-down approach that they are using is the best. I have had opportunity on another platform to say that it will create problems along the line. But let's see, they should experiment with it and let's see how it plays out. We are sitting down, we are focusing on delivering good governance to the people of this country and watching, whatever it is that they are doing at the right time. We'll respond and respond appropriately to what is happening.